Hi, it's Doug. Have you ever accidentally knocked something over? I'm sure you have. We all have. But have you ever accidentally knocked over something really, really big? Some years ago, there was this forklift driver who was working in a warehouse in Russia. And let's just say he did not have a very good day. All of this was caught on camera. Watch what happened. Amazingly, he was okay. No one was badly hurt. But it's incredible to see something like this, isn't it? How could something like this happen? Well, you probably noticed he bumped first into one side of the shelves pretty hard. So hard they fell over, and that knocked into the other side of the shelves next to them, causing the whole thing to collapse. The way that one thing knocked over another, and then another, and then another, all of this might remind you of lining up a bunch of dominoes, if you've ever done that. It's a similar situation. You line them all up, and then if you bump into the first one, they all go tumbling down. Stuff like this can be so fun to watch. Check out this example. This was at a library using books instead of dominoes, but it's the same idea. Watch. They line them up and they just keep going and going and going, all from one little push at the start. Now, sure, one thing bumps into the next, but why do they keep going on and on and on for as long as you've got them lined up? For example, say instead of books or dominoes, we lined up a bunch of little marbles. You push the first one into the next, and the first few marbles will bump into each other, but eventually they stop. These two didn't get bumped into at all. So marbles don't keep going if you push them, but when you have a bunch of falling dominoes, why do they keep going for so long? There's not something special about dominoes. It works just the same for books, even for lockers. Watch. Now, as you might imagine, what matters to having things like lockers and dominoes keep going is that things like lockers and dominoes and books, they're all objects that can be tipped over. And that means that each one has to be set upright. You have to lift each one up. When you do that, you're putting part of each domino up high. You're giving it height. Does that remind you of anything? Can you think of any other situation where something is put up high and that does something special?